Let y'all rise, enemies be scattered. And then I hate must flee. Let y'all rise, enemies be scattered. And then that hater must flee. Let y'all rise, enemies be scattered. And then that hate must flee. This is the day that Yah has made. We will rejoice and be glad in this day. We will seek his face. His face we seek in the house of Yah. He is the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. We will praise him today. Let our minds, our soul be right before him in the house of Yah. Let our minds, our soul, our body on Shabbat. On Shabbat, 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 Shabbat. Shabbat. Our minds. And we stand and blowing the shofar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, Shabbat? You got a horn in that thing? Oh. Thank you, Kula. Thank you, Kula. Thank you, Shua. Shabbat. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. As we come in your presence today, Yahuwah. Thank you, Yahuwah. Yeshua. Yeshua. Yahuwah. Go ahead, Yah. Yeshua. Let us pray. Oh, Yah, we thank you again. Thank you for the shofar, to go in this shofar, to welcome your presence in the Bethel Saturday Church, Yeshua. Oh, we thank you again to be in the house of Yah on the Shabbat day. For you have made Shabbat and Shabbat made for Shabbat for man, man not for Shabbat. You made this day, Yahuwah. You made this day, Yeshua, for man to worship you. And Elohim, you say, Yah. You said, Yeshua, you said, Elohim on Shabbat. Shabbat was made for man and man not Shabbat. You told us to reverence your sanctuary. You said, remember Shabbat and keep it Kaddish. And we remember your Shabbat today. For we know that you sanctified it and you blessed it forevermore, Yeshua. You sanctified it, you blessed it. Oh, Yah, we come to reverence you because you told us, remember the Shabbat. You told us, remember it. And we come to remember because we come to reverence you today. We already know that you sanctify us today through your covenant. For Shabbat is a covenant. Know that you sanctified us through Yahusha, the Mashiach. Oh, Yah, we made the fish of the seas, the fowls of the air, the beasts of the field. You created every creeping thing on the earth. You gave the vine for man, the seed for man to eat, the vine for man to drink, Yeshua. You made the sun, the moon, the stars. You made the Melechis, the angels, your hosts, your heavenly host, Yeshua. Oh, Yah, you made the Mashiach to be our atonement for our sins, for what Adam and Eve had done, and for mankind to sin before you, but you gave your atonement, the blood of Yahusha, that cleanses from our sins, and our souls are free now that we have a chance to have everlasting life before you, Yeshua, and we want to thank you. We thank you, Yeshua, for all things you did in 6 days, but on the 7th day you told us to rest upon you. You told us to seek your face we seek in the house of Yahuwah. You place we seek in your temple today, Yeshua. We come to bless you today, Yah. We come to lift up your namesake today, for your name is above the heavens and the earth. It's all even better on under the earth. Oh, Yah, we came to bless you today. Let's say our Abba's prayer together. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever and ever. Aman, Aman, may be seated in the house of Yahuwah. We want to give him praise, honor, and glory today. We want to thank him for he has blessed us one more time. And I thank Yahuwah for giving me one more time to be in his house. It's all week long. You know, it was a quick week, long week, or whatever week you want to say, but today is the Shabbat. You know, and I'm thankful that we have a place to worship, and people are realizing they forgetting about Shabbat, but we're not going to forget. They might forget it. And like I told one of my sisters, and y'all, when she's worshiping Jesus, she said, I always forget about the Saturdays and all that. I said, I know because you're accustomed to it. But when you keep the Shabbat, you know the Shabbat, and you've been doing the Shabbat, you don't forget about the Shabbat. The Shabbat's in you. And I'm thankful that the Shabbat's in me. That I know that when the sun goes down, and then when the sun goes down on Shabbat, on Yom Shishi and Yom Shabbat, I know that's 1 full 24 hours. I will worship Yahuwah in this temple. And I'm thankful that it's in my mind and my soul. I think it's an automatic now that I have no excuse. I ain't gonna make no excuses. I ain't gonna be no forgetting. Not this temple, not this soul. We don't forget. Especially when y'all done made the revelation to me about Shabbat. Especially, he's been blessing me. He's been blessing me so much that I still gotta ask y'all, forgive me if I'm slipping. That he's blessed me so much. He'll be like on airplane cruise sometimes, man. I don't know. And I was like, y'all, it feels too good. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. But I thank y'all, he is blessing. Again, I'm Bishop Ronald K. Harrison Jr. Welcome to the house of Yahuwah. And I'm thankful that you are here, TV Land, and the surrounding areas of all the counties, the states, and the United States, and other countries that are in with us today in this sermon. I thank y'all for being in here. But again, I'm Bishop Ronald K. Harrison Jr. And we're here at 118 Cheney Avenue, Jacksonville, North Carolina, 28540. Times of the service, we are on beginning of Shabbat of Yom Shishi, the end of Yom Shishi, beginning of Yom Shabbat. We start at 7. We have Minister Richard Harrison. He will be speaking tonight. I'm looking forward. I've been thinking about that. I've been looking forward that what the man of y'all has for this hour, just for me. I'm glad I have speakers that come in of this house that speak that I can sit down and I can eat too, and I can feast on the Dabarim, the word of Yah. Then we got Yom Shabbat tomorrow. I'm still praying what y'all gonna give me. I know y'all gonna give me something tomorrow. If not, I gotta have Minister Favor. He shoot from his hip. Nah, just joking. I had to say that. I knew he was coming around the corner. I had to say that.
Gotta bind the full of it.
You know what I'm saying? I know he got something. He be meditating. He be in the house with y'all, chilling out. Be catching him. That's why I like when a man of y'all just comes to use the place of y'all and come and meditate and do his work and pray and read and just be in the presence of y'all 24/7. That is the awesome thing. That's what I love. So I know that man of y'all has something, or y'all can put it right here in the spirit, real quick. You know what I'm saying? To give us something. And then we got Yom Revi, study of the Torah, instruction of the Torah. The Yom Revi is Yahuwah study instruction of the Torah on starting at 7. And you're welcome. And like I said, we had Minister Favor. He cooked some slam and hamburgers. We had a little feast. That's what we're gonna be doing. Probably every other Yom Revi, Yahuwah study instruction of the Torah. We probably do that every other study. That's the fellowship. We don't know we can be doing something. Plus, we got the Pascha coming on. The unleavened bread will be for 7 days, and we will be doing something each day. We be having the temple, coming into the temple each day, and starting at 7. And each one of us ministers will speak something about the blood of Yahusha, the blood of the sacrifice, dealing with the Pascha and what it means. Something small. I'm going to have Elder Ishmael and Elder King saying something too, so I'm going to surprise them too. TV Land is going to be surprised to get a chance to hear at least Elder King say something. So I'm probably saying something to him about that. Excuse me, Miss Rich, can you make a tissue for my nose, please? Thank you. Nose wants to run because of allergies. It is the season right now, springtime. Thankful that rain made the pollen, broke the pollen for a minute. Yeah, but we'll be doing that on Pascha, so thank you, sir. Then the phone number at Bethel is 910-385-5295, and my phone number, Bishop phone number is 910-381-3056. I give you the phone numbers. So we for the times in the service again, call me, or you got some situations with you that want to talk about and be counseled with, we could talk, or you have something with the Dabarim that you don't understand and you want further clarification, give me a call and we will speak more about Yahuwah. So please call, because I don't want you out there stranded or lost or no and not have no understanding. I can give you some knowledge a little bit so y'all, the Rock of This, give you more understanding that you come more towards the truth. I want you in the truth. I want your knowledge so you can beat Satan every time. Don't be ignorant, because Satan will use the device to keep on you lost, messed up in your mind. He will use that, until Yahuwah takes us home, and then you miss out. You be the 5 foolish virgins, man, who missed out. Oil on licked out or didn't have no oil in you. So at least get a chance to get into the kingdom by at least asking. And like I said, that's why I give you the numbers. If I miss your call, you believe me, I will call you back. That's why I give you the numbers. And I'm going to ask you to call. Because there's so much at time. We're at a time of this when Yahuwah is coming and people out there playing. And they don't know the hour when Yeshua comes. And he's coming like a thief in the night. So if you don't understand, please call. Don't be scared. Pick up the phone. You call everybody else and ask questions and stuff, but you want to ask no question about Yah, who's your eternal Father, man, to give you an everlasting life and give you a glorified body, that you will never die again. I would be asked though. That's like the jackpot to me. Finding ways. I got this thing. I just started. Just talking a little bit. I just started back on E-Trade and stuff like that with my finances and stuff and working that. I'm starting asking questions, man, how to make the money, They're making the money for all these corporations and stuff, and they ain't making the money. Why not me? But you got to ask questions how to you do different things and avenues, I'm going to ask. I'm not going to stay there and just lose my money. I don't put my money there. I'm not going to spend my money. I'm just not going to be losing it if I ain't going to ask. That's my money. I work hard for that, just like you work hard on your soul. You're in life. Just don't be lost out for not asking questions about the Dardarine and what Yah has for you, the eternal life. That's what's happening right now. They just go lollygag and just take it like it is. Don't ask questions, man. Just take it as the phase and this thing. This is all right, which is not. So again, that's the reason I give you the numbers, the times of the service, and like the surrounding areas, Jacksonville, and surrounding areas. And if you're in the area, please don't come on by. Keep the Shabbat with us. We already know there's blessings on this day. There's blessings. The creed of Bethel is Ephesians 4:5. We be one Yahuwah, one faith from baptism. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 20. The Bethel foundation, our foundation is built upon the apostles and the prophet Yahushua Mashiach, is the chief cornerstone. This is what we stand on. So if anybody asks you a question, then what we believe in, we gave you scriptures. We gave what the apostles and the prophets and what Yahushua and Mashiach, and we believe one Yahuwah, there's only one. And in the faith, the death, burial, resurrection, we do believe in baptism. You must be born again in the water and spirit. You must get your sins taken off of you. When you go this way and you repent it and you want to get to the kingdom, you got to have your sins washed. You just can't say, I believe. Even the devil believes, but his sins ain't washed. He believes, like you said, he believes crazy believe. He believes more than we do. But he ain't going. He already made his fate. All right, but again, I'm thankful for Shabbat. My little testimony and stuff today, it's been a week, so I can talk more. I'm going to let my brothers and y'all speak a little bit, and the sisters and y'all give God the glory. Amen.
Hallelujah. All praise to the Most High.
Yes.
For giving me his chance to gleam off his glory. And I mean by that, wake me up this morning.
Yes.
And also I just want to give him all praises for giving me the job that I was seeking.
Yes.
That he purposed me for. And I'm going to speak more of that tonight. I just want to give him all praises for that, for his faithfulness, and also for keeping his word and keeping his promises, his covenant.
Right.
To me, and it's showing that it is true that you keep his promises, covenant with him, and he definitely keep his, because he can't fail. And that means if you stay in his will, stay in his promises, and stay in his law, statutes, commandments, and he will do a mighty thing and a mighty work. He will complete his plan. All praise.
All praises.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
All glory to Yahushua.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Love to hear that name.
All praise.
That name. Oh, I thank you for that name. Woo, glory.
And be Shabbat amongst the brethren and fellow believers and sisters on the phone, and pray that the word go out. We have a Barak Shabbat. And, guys worthy to be praised. On any given moment at any given time. So all praise to Yah.
All praise to Yah. Hallelujah. Yes. All right, Sister Sue. Praise him.
Hello, everyone.
Oh.
Just gotta say, it was a beautiful day out today. He woke me up as he always does. You know, he doesn't have to, and there are plenty of people this morning that didn't, so I don't know any of them, and I praise that too. I am going to, for my Shabbat verse, go to Hebrews 4. Start at verse 1, and I'm going to read through verse 12, just because 12 is one of my favorite verses. Let us therefore fear, lest the promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it. For we which have believed do enter into rest, as he said, I have sworn in my wrath, if they shall enter into my name, although the works were finished from the foundation of the world. For he spake in a certain place of the seventh day on this wise, and Yah did rest the seventh day from all of his works. And in this place again, if they shall enter into my rest, seeing therefore it remaineth that some must enter therein, and they to whom it was first preached entered not in because of unbelief. Again, he limiteth a certain day, saying in David, Today, after so long a time, as it is said, Today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts. For if Yeshua had given them rest, then would he not afterward have spoken of another day. There remaineth therefore a rest to the people of Yah. For he that entereth into his rest, he also hath ceased from his own works, as Yah did from his. Let us labor therefore to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. For the word of Yah is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
Bye. All right. Again, I want to thank y'all for what he's doing, especially for the Bethel Saturday Church. You know, a lot of things is going on. And like I said, I told my brother, man, I might be cutting out for about a couple of weeks. They might go on Burundi. Seen one of the plane tickets paying for like $600 round trip. Can't beat that, man. Right, get my motel room down to about $400, $1,000. I'm good. I go back a couple weeks there. Thinking about seeing the pastors and stuff like that. Let them know what's going on. They've been concerned about me. They've always been asked about me. But like I shared anyway, that when Pastor Desiree showed the paper, the form for the commission of the Religious Commission of Burundi, gave us permission to build churches, to be a church. So that's a start. You know, Yakuwa is working under the scenes, man, that I don't even know about. And he come and bless me like that. So I just brought it to my brother's attention, man. I might give it a go. See what happens. You know, y'all blessed with the money, I'm gone. You know, it's up to Yakuwa. If not, the still game plan is, you know, it's getting ready for the fair in Montana. Then from there, the fair here in Jacksonville. Then from here in Jacksonville, then in November I'll be going. So that's the game plan for the churches. You know, we're still trying to raise the money. And this time, we want to at least take $2,000, $3,000 back to Burundi. And this time, we will be buying property. We will be building churches. In the churches that we do have, we'll be fixing the roofs, putting the concrete floors, and building the walls. And another thing is I would like to start building bathrooms with a septic tank. That's one thing. Then after that, I want to, my dreams and vision for y'all is solar panels as electricity. And so all the churches will have electricity through solar panels. So there's some visions that I ask for y'all to do so the churches, you know, be efficient. You know, and so they can still grow, still have electricity, still have lights, and still have recording, do whatever they got to do through solar panels and everything else. So, again, like I said, we are a small church temple which y'all have blessed us with, but we do nations work. And that's what I'm thankful for. We so smart. We already know. It ain't us doing the big things. We already know all it's Yahuwah's hand that's in this. His hands, his feet, and his mouth. because I already know it ain't me. And I won't ever say it was me. Look how many people sitting here right now, every time T Lane look at you, want to see 3 heads, 4 heads, and Sister Sue on the mic, you know, and that's us. We've been like that for like 2, 3 years, and before that, it was just me. So I thank y'all for what he's doing, and I already know, and it ain't gonna be proud, it ain't gonna be boasting, that it ain't none of me, it's none of the people in here. We know it's Yahuwah. He gives the increase because we have the faith. We put in, and he gives the increase. So that's my little desires, and I'm praying to y'all. If it happens, great. But like I said, the game plan is still on. We're still going to do the fair in Montana, working on that, and then we're going to come back, regroup, and do the fair here. The fair here, they ain't never seen the shirts and what I'm doing, so I'm kind of excited because we already know the hurricane hit us up last year and just ruined everything. But still, y'all showed this powerful in his hand that I still went to Africa. Now it's powerful. Because I told y'all I didn't have it, but Yahuwah just blessed, man. He just came through with his mighty hand. So I know it's of Yahuwah again. Again, I'm thankful to be back in the house of Yahuwah all this week. Y'all has been blessing me. You know, he's still healing my legs. I'm still in pain. But like I said, y'all, it's healing my legs day by day. I'm walking. I'm strengthening, you know, and my job, you know, I'm thankful, you know, and James been gone, I've been working the shop myself and just doing work, you know, and just meditating on Yahuwah and reading at the shop. It just be me. And I'm kind of glad. I want James there in my tech, but sometimes it's good he gone. Because we gone, his shop is mine, Brother Fabian. It's like you here. It means I can get right back in tune with Yahuwah, you know, and start meditating, reading, you know, seeking, praying around the shop. You know, that's what I used to do back in the day when it's by myself. So I'm back there again. I thank y'all for that he put it in my spirit that, yo, I want to be that oneness with Yahuwah. I want to be one with him, not the world. Because y'all know how the world want to pop in our minds and things want to come in our minds and people want to come in to mess things up by putting different phrases and let Satan use them as a tool, you know what I'm saying, to throw things at us. Those are little darts that come at us. But I thank y'all that we had that shield. You know, we had the breastplate of righteousness. We had the helmet of salvation. You know what I'm saying? And we got the garment of truth. You know, and our loins girded out with truth. I'm thankful for the armor of Yahuwah, you know, that we wear every day. And I'm thankful for the faith. You got to get up. Got to have faith. Go out that door. You know, you don't know what's going to happen. And that's why I think Yahuwah is the faith. Because every time I go out the door, I'm believing Yahuwah going to do something. I don't know what Yahuwah going to do. That's expectation. He can do it. You got a whole 24/7. You got only 24 hours. You don't know what he going to do in those 24 hours. Y'all going to only have to take 5 seconds to move the whole world. 5 seconds he going to do something to mess you up. And that's what I believe. He can shake things or take his time. All right, I know I can keep on speaking. You know, I just thank Yahuwah again. TV Land, I'm glad you're with us today. Pastor Desiree and all the churches, Burundi, Burundi, salutations to you and prayer time. You hear these messages, I pray that you're learning and getting something out of it. Because when I get there, you know, we can talk more. And if you want to go use the sermons, what you hear now, you got any questions, when I get back to the Burundi, just talk to me. We'll discuss it more. We'll bring that thing back up. We'll see which minister is speaking, and we'll go from there. And how to do things. Right now, I have Minister Richard speaking this hour. You know, the man of Yah. I'm so proud of my brother, man. I've been watching him excel in Yahuwah. And I know it's Yahuwah. I know it ain't me. I know ain't no man in here. What things he's doing, because he had to go through it. If he didn't go through it, he wouldn't have got it. So I just thankful Yahuwah, how he humbled himself. He sought Yah. And when he sought Yah, he found Yahuwah. And he found Yahuwah in different ways. And that's how you do it. You got to seek Yah. If you want desires of your heart, you want things, you got to seek his will. You got to do his will. You got to work for him, you know. You got to die. You got to die daily. If you want anything from Yahuwah to work, you got to die, man. You just might as well give your life up. I gave my life up. I'm dead. That's why he blessing me on everything. And if I get it again, not. That's how I care. It don't faze me because I done did everything else in the world already. Sin and everything else. But now I'm Yahuwah. If you want to give it to me, fine. We roll with it. If not, I'm going to be happy. I'm not going to cry like no baby, no tantrum and all that stuff, whining and pop. I'm just going to seek his face. I'm going to praise him. I'm going to keep on fasting. And, you know, so I'm going to keep on shouting. I'm keeping on studying his word, you know, and I'm praying for those mysteries and the revelations that he gives them, you know. And then sooner or later, he comes down with that desire. with my heart, what he gave me, I'd be happy. That's where it is. But I know one thing that we shoot for and we're excited about it is when he comes for that new millennium. I don't know what the new world will be like. I just don't understand, man. I don't. You know, when Yahushua comes, man, we reign for 1,000 years and those treasures he gives, we're going to be ruling and reigning with him, and we're going to have land. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be ruling over people and stuff like that. And Brother Faye was joking with me the other day as we grilling. He said, Brother Ron, you better get cooking. You be cooking for Yahushua, man. That's scary. You know what I'm saying? The King of Kings, Elohim, I'm going to cook for him? I better get it right. You better get on the grill. Brother Faye ready. And that hamburger's good too. He ready. I might need to be practicing a little bit. I need to try on that grill, work on that grill a little bit. He talking about you might be cooking for Yahushua. And I told him, hey, Yahushua cooked for us. He cooked for the Cephas and all them, man. And they was out there fishing, and they seen Yahushua on the ground sitting there with cooking, man. They dove and swam to him. He had the fishes on the grill, bread ready to go and stuff. They ate like kings that day. Yahushua was cooking. So I know Yahushua can cook.
That goes for any woman who don't cook for her husband. Yahushua can cook for you.
That's what I'm saying, boy.
Anyone.
Yeah, you know. Ain't got no excuses.
That's right. But Yahushua can cook, boy. He had them fishes ready for at the grill and talking about eat. Boy, they ate too, man. Let me stop playing. I love y'all, man. Let me stop playing with y'all today. Come on, Minister Richard. Come on and speak. Y'all has you today. You missed that, man. Wednesday, Brother Faye was talking about, bro. You better get ready, Brother Ron. You might cook for Yahushua. Boy, you had me scared for a minute. I be cooking for the King of Kings, man. What? Man, come on. But like I said, we'll be doing a lot of things for Yahushua, man, because I'm a priest, and most likely I'll be at the altar doing priestly things, doing sacrifice. I hope not doing sacrifices and all that stuff. But think about what the Levites had to do. Not the Levites, the Korahites, and them, they had to do, man, to prepare to sacrifice. Somebody had to kill them. Somebody had to clean them. Somebody had to wash them. Every day. That was your job. I hope that was my family. I know they was sick of it. Think about doing 1,000 like King Solomon did 1,000 of them. Let me get this mic to my brother.
See the same person 4 times in a day.
You know what I'm saying?
You back.
You back? Did you send it again? Come on, man. You can't get it right.
I got a whole flock of sheep, man. I don't need to get it right.
That's bad. Here you go, Minister Richard.
Oh, praise.
Praise him.
Praise, that's a good word. That's a good word, Brother Bishop. Cooking for the king. That sounds like a sermon, man. I'm going to write that down.
Got to, man.
Right
hey, everybody
take for the king. That's
yeah,
what I'm playing.
That's right, man.
Well, all praise to the Most High, and that's good. If you can, it's all about having a good time in His presence and being in the joy. You know, the joy of Yahuwah is my strength, and you can laugh and relax when you enter into His rest. You can do that because you know you're good. You can laugh about it because you're safe and you're in His arms, and you feel good about it. That's what Yahushua was saying, the abundant life. He said, I can't give you life and have it more abundantly. When you chill out like that, eating burgers and thinking about, not even thinking about the world, but thinking about the afterlife, how we're gonna be chilling. And that's when you enter His rest. Now, you ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about what no man can do to me. I'm gonna be cooking with the king. So that's a good word right there. I want to write that one down there.
That's been some family.
No, I like that, man.
Wednesday, boy.
That's all right.
You better get it ready, Brother Ron. You be cooking for Yeshua. I said, what?
And I feel the same way. It's like when King David said, he said, I'll stand at the gates, the front door, and be an usher, you know, in the presence like that. He said, if I got to get that job, and that's what I told one of my pastors at the church, you know, when I fell and came back into the church, he said, I don't care if I got to cut grass, you know, I'll clean toilets and things like that, you know, and that's when you humble yourself, you know, before Him. And then He exalts you. And you come down to the lowest level like that and humble yourself, and He will exalt you, and He will sit you in the high places. He'll tell that person at that table, say, get up. What did you do? You get up and sit in the back because you didn't humble yourself. Oh, that sounds like another sermon too.
Go ahead, boy.
All
Right
praises.
down, right
Write that one down right there. But tonight I'm gonna speak on.
Go ahead.
But tonight I'm gonna speak on almost what what you talking about, position for his purpose. Position for his purpose. And that came to me going about how you want to position yourself for his purpose, how you want to be in his will to be used of the Most High. And that's what we're talking about now. If I do it down here on earth to be a cook, then I can do that up there, and he's going to bless me to be up there, but it's going to be a great reward for doing that for his feet, for his purpose. And that's what I want to do right now as I want to, as I go further in the Word, as I grow in the Yahuwah, for his Most High, for his purpose, to be at his service. And that's what I live for today, to be at his service. Since he blessed me with everything else, he blessed me with life, then he blessed me with eternal life. Now I'm at his service. What I always tell people, I work for him. I work for the Most High. I'm at his service. I can't repay him back, but I can be at his service. And my service is, and I got to find out what the service is, what his purpose is, what my purpose for that, and for the purpose is to save other souls, is to have other people come to the house, other people to come to the servant table, into the palace, to the pearly gates, and to be a worker. The harvest is all about the harvest, and to be that, you got to be positioned for that purpose. You just can't be no ordinary Joe come off the street for the high calling, which is in the Mashiach. It was in Yahushua, the Mashiach, the high calling. You just can't be any ordinary person to get that calling, to be in his will, to be in his purpose. And that's what I'm going to speak on tonight. And most people in the world talk about being at the right place at the right time for your blessings and anything like that, especially about this job that I just got. It's not about being at the right place at the right time. It's about what, like the bishop was saying, it's about being in his will and being positioning yourself for being in the right place at the right time, so I can be used for the Most High. If you're not doing anything, if you're not seeking him, if you're not even working or trying to, and you can't earn the salvation, but if you're not doing any good works, you're not positioning yourself for his purpose, and he ain't going to have no use for you. You're going to be like that one servant that had the talent and do anything with it. He's going to say, get away from me, you're a curse. So my attitude of gratitude is I want to position myself so I can be of service. So if he calls my name, like Isaiah says, send me and I'll be ready to go. But if you got to be ready to go, you got to position yourself to do that. And that is speaking of the word and reading the word, the Dabarim, coming to the service and going out there serving man. And that means going out there spreading the gospel, like the bishop was saying, the truth, spreading the gospel of the Most High, and tell them that, tell them about the salvation, tell them about your price has been, the debt has been paid, and tell them about the goodness and the glory of the Most High. That's what Yahuwah. Everybody's been designed, by the Most High for a purpose. And what I like about this study was sometimes people have been designed for a purpose for good, and some people have been designed a purpose for bad, and that's including Satan. Satan, he came into himself, but he serves a purpose. And believe it or not, and his purpose is to do y'all's will. That's what it is. He does his purpose. He does it maliciously, he does it evil way, but it's all part of his Most High's will. And most people in the beliefs of the world, they don't like that how can a God that be so loving and kill all the babies and earthquakes and 9/11 like that? They don't understand. It's not his fault. It's not the Most High's fault that it's like that. It's because a man sinned. He's just sovereign and just, and he's got to do it. But he's also loving. He gives you choices. He said you can come into his rest, or you can get the wrath. Rest or wrath, which one you want? And the wrath is going to be even worse than 9/11 and everything else. But we are designed with a purpose. From this point on, once you get saved, you have a purpose of the Most High. And it's not by accident. It's not by choice. It's by his will, his design purpose. From the beginning of time, he designed the earth, the heavens, he designed everything for his purpose, because he knew that this day was going to happen. He knew that this day that I was going to stand on this podium and talk about his purpose, so it must have been a plan. And his perfect will. Yahuwah's will is perfect. That's why when they come to me and talk about how your God can kill all the babies and how he let AIDS and all that stuff like that, I say his will is perfect and his will be done. As we say in the prayers, he said his will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So everything's going on in heaven, it already happened, it's going to come down and happen on earth because he said so. And then his will is perfect. So they don't understand it, but we are in the faith, we understand it. Y'all is perfect. His perfect peace, In perfect love, there's no fear in perfect love. So that's what they don't understand. And that's why they're walking around lost. They don't know their purpose in life. Like, what is my purpose? What am I here for? What am I doing? If you don't know that, you have to get in the Word and find out the will of Yah to find out your purpose. That's why you have people killing themselves, people walking around not doing anything, not working, and just walking around like a zombie because they don't have their purpose. And if you don't have the knowledge and the will of the Most High, then you won't have no purpose, because His purpose is our purpose. We were made in the image of the Most High. So whatever His purpose is, it's our purpose. If He was supposed to serve, wash feet, we are supposed to wash feet. We are supposed to cook, we are supposed to cook. We have the blueprint in Yahusha, the Mashiach. He came down to show us what our purpose was. And His purpose was to serve the Most High. His purpose was born and to die. It was to give His life for us. And we're supposed to follow in His footprints, in His blueprint that He gave us to us. Let's go to some of the good word. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21. And we're going to go over some scriptures about purpose in the will of the Most High. All praises. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21. And these are just some short verses just to get us into the purpose of the Most High. So chapter 19, verse 21. And it reads, "A man of great wrath shall suffer punishment, for if thou deliver him yet, then he must do it again. Hear the counsel and receive instruction, that he might be wise in the latter day." And what it's talking about right there is the wrath. I was talking about the wrath and the punishment for those, who don't have no will and no purpose, and you're not in the salvation of the Most High. Then the wrath and the punishment is going to come. So whatever you do from now, you have to do it with purpose. Like I said, either you're going to do it for the Most High in an evil way, or you're going to do it in a good way. And you want to do it in a good way. Come on. Let's go to chapter 20. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 5. And it reads, "Counsel in the heart of a man is like deep water, but a man understanding will draw it out." And that's counsel. Counsel means purpose. He said the counsel means purpose. The purpose of a man. Like I said, what is my purpose? What am I here for? Those are the questions like I've been asked when I'm growing up. What is my purpose? What am I here for? I did that when I was in school. I did that in life. I'm going to do it with my new job. That's the first thing I'm going to ask. What am I supposed to be doing? And that's what we need to be asking ourselves. And that's what we need to ask ourselves when we come into the saving knowledge of Yahushua. It's like, what am I supposed to be doing for you, Most High? What do you require of me?
I battled with this for years, and I came to the conclusion.
Yes,
God gave it to me, but you're born, whatever your talent is, that's your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like some people are good at cooking, some people are good at giving counsel, some people are that natural talent, that God-given gift. That's the thing that one needs to amplify with the word and main focus on that to shine the light, because it could be singing for y'all, bringing people together to y'all, cooking for y'all, bringing people together, being athletics, bringing people together for y'all, because people struggle with purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
Purpose is
Yeah, that's exactly, bro. That's why I'm speaking on that tonight. And I also had struggled with that, and that's what the enemy wants too. He wants you to struggle with that, so he can go back on your beliefs. It's like you want to make that the Most High ain't have no use for you. That means because you still no good in His eyes. That means He has no use for you. So once you come back to the dark side, I got some use for you and your purpose. Your purpose to do this. Your purpose is to shake your rump, for on that pole. Your purpose is to go make that money on that pole, because you're doing something for society. You're not doing it for the Most High, because He's the enemy will make you think that He's too great. You can't do anything. You couldn't save yourself. So anything you can't do is you can't do anything for Him, and that's the trick of the enemy. So like Minister Fabian said, if you get into the Word to find your purpose, and like I said, Yahusha is the blueprint. He said, my will is to do the Father's will. I come from one purpose only, and that is to serve man and to do the will of the Most High. And He set the blueprint in everything He did. And anybody try to tell me otherwise, He rebuked them. He many times rebuked Peter And there he said, get behind me, Satan. Get behind me. He said, no, we go. No, he said, get behind me. He said, Yahushua said, I set my face toward Jerusalem. When he said that, he was locked on. He knew his purpose. He said the Son of Man is going to die. He said that so many times, but they wasn't getting it. But he knew. You know, at a certain time, he just shook his head. He said, y'all not getting it. But he knew his purpose. And he knew because he got straight instructions from the Most High. Like Brother Fabian was saying, he already knew. He already had his walking orders. But for us, it's different. And with us, and that is also growing into the word, being like being into the military. You got first you get a doctorate into it. You just don't get your job. You got to go through the basic training part and learn how to be a soldier. And just the same thing. You got to learn how to be a Christian or learn how to be walk with the Most High. And then you get your assignment. Then you get your purpose for being in the Word. Like when Minister Faye was saying, your calling and say, oh, okay, you're a greeter, you're an encourager. Then you'll find out your purpose. But whatever it is, you're using it for the will and using it for the glory of the Most High. Everything that is positioned is by the Most High is perfect and it's complete and it's perfect. So like we said, don't worry about what your purpose is, what you're doing, even the minimalist thing. And if it's sweeping the floor or vacuuming, it has a purpose because we are like a one body. Everything, like you said in the New Testament, it's like the foot can't be without the hand, and the fingers can't be without the toes because they all serve a purpose, and the eye without the ear. It all serves a purpose for one unity and for one body of the Mashiach. Everything comes from above. So your purpose, your calling comes from above. And we have to realize that the Most High agenda is his purpose, is his own agenda. We might not understand it, like the bishop was saying, we call it the mysteries. We don't understand everything like that. At this point, I don't want to understand it. All I know is that his will be done, and I don't want to be on his bad side. I don't want to be the one that says, oh, you didn't do what you're supposed to do. Get away from me, you workers of iniquity. Because his purpose is simple. He laid it out. Go save souls. The same way I saved you, you go save them. And then you go through all the Old Testament, he has plenty of people for us to look up to, like the Abrahams and the Moses and the Samsons and the Gileads of that time. They had a purpose too, and y'all used them. The Most High used them for his purpose and for his will. And everything is positioned by the Father, like I was saying, through the Mashiach, Yahushua, who is our example in our blueprint. And let's go to Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5 through 9. And this is one of my favorite scriptures. Everybody uses this. And I like it because, like I was saying, before he made the heavens and the earth, y'all knew he had a purpose in his will. He knew everything was going to fall. He knew man was going to fall. He knew I was going to fall. He knew sins I was going to do 10 minutes ago. And that's the beauty of it. And he knew his purpose for me in my life. So I have my walking orders. I just got to ask him and live in him and believe that he's going to come through. His plan is not going to fail. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5 through 9. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. And then said, Ah, Elohim, my Yah, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But Yah said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith Elohim. Then Yah put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And Yah said unto me, Behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. So what I like about this verse, and I always have, is before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. That means he predestined me to be up here on this podium tonight. He predestined everybody, even like I said, even Satan. He had a purpose for him. Satan didn't know it, but he's being used by the Most High for his will. Ain't that the irony of it all? He said the Most High established Jeremiah's purpose before time began and before he was born. He said, before I knew thee and formed out of the womb. So he had his purpose already for him. Y'all got his purpose for me. Got his purpose for everybody in this room and everybody out in the world. He got a purpose for everybody. Like I said, you could be on this good purpose or you're going to be on the bad purpose, on the bad side. But whatever it is, it's going to be a perfect purpose. You got to make the choice of which one you're going to be under. Verse 7, but Elohim said unto me, say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all I send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. But first, he told Jeremiah what he's going to do, and he showed Jeremiah his purpose right there. He said, thou shalt go and send thee, and whatever I commanded thee, thou shalt speak. So his purpose. So the Most High, he's always going to tell you, when you ask and pray, he's going to tell you. He's not going to leave you without. He's not going to say, okay, I'm going to send you out there amongst the wolves, and you just figure it out for yourself. He's always going to tell you what he's going to do, and then he's going to show you. He did that with Jeremiah. He did that with Moses at the burning bush. And Moses was coming out of his excuses. He said, you're going to go back there. You're going to go back to Egypt. You're going to free my people. You're going to do it with the rod. You're going to meet Aaron. He's giving step-by-step instructions, for he had a purpose. And the thing I like about Moses, I'm going to talk about later, that the same thing with Jeremiah, he had predestinated Moses before he was born. He saved Moses out of the water, and then he talked to him what he was going to be. He's going to be a prophet. He had already ordained him, and he had sanctified Moses. He had his purpose, and he had his life already set. Verse 9, and then Yah put forth his hand and touched my mouth, and Yah said unto me, behold, I have put thy words in my mouth. Like I said, the Most High Yahuwah had to equip Jeremiah, and that's what it's saying in this verse right here. And he ain't gonna send you out there unequipped and not knowing what you're doing. Yah had put forth his hand and touched his mouth. And remember in Isaiah, he cleansed his unclean lips. But the Most High, he equipped Jeremiah's mouth. That means he put his words in his mouth. He equipped him for his purpose. He's supposed to be a prophet to go speak to the nations. Say, here, I put my word in your mouth. Now go forth. You are ready, rock and roll. You are locked and loaded. And that's what he does with us. If I'm going to be a cook, if I'm going to be whatever, he's going to equip me. He's going to give me the knowledge through him. And then he's going to send me to school. Or I'm going to learn from somebody already knows how to cook. And then I'm going to learn of him and for the purpose. Whatever the purpose is, it's going to be for the Most High. I'm not just going to go cook and make a whole bunch of mad money. I'm going to cook, and I'm going to cook for somebody, feed the nation, or feed kids, or feed the homeless. It's going to be something for he can get the glory. That's the most important. Everything that we do for his purpose, and for his purpose as well, for him to get the glory. It's not about us. What we get, the little bits and pieces, the breadcrumbs that fall off the table, that's called provision for us. He's going to reward us for the things that we do for his purpose, but I'm not expecting anything, because me being in his glory, me being in his salvation, and in his righteousness, is plenty enough payment for me. That's why David said, if I get into the gates and be an usher, be a doorman with a flashlight, I'm good, because that's all I expect, because I am no good, I am unclean, I am with sin. But if I'm inside that gate, I'll be a doorman, I'll be a gardener, I'll be whatever you want me to be, y'all. Just let me get in. Amen. And to be in that position where we must be in the will of the Most High in the first place. So it's like you can be on the outside looking in, you're still going to be used, but to be in position, you have to be in his will. And we know to be in his will, you have to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, and you also have to be born of the water and the Spirit. That means you have to be into the salvation thereof, to be in his rest, to be in his purpose and of his plan. But you don't have to be, but that's what you want to be. You want to be on this side. Then no, he'll tell you everything you need to be. You always want to be on the right side of the Most High, not on the left side with the goats. You want to be over here with the sheep. Amen. And the two ways that, like I said, he sanctify us and make us for his purpose. He will sanctify us by himself, like he did Jeremiah. He touched his lips and equipped them. Or like I said, we must sanctify not sanctify ourselves, but to get and sanctify, we must be obedience, and that goes into the salvation part. So either he'll sanctify us for his purpose, or we will come into his sanctification by the salvation and come into the saving knowledge of the Mashiach. Amen. And being used for his purpose can mean a blessing or a curse, like I said. The blessing part is being like the forefathers, like Moses. Being called by the Most High is an honor. Being called by the Most High is a privilege, because we're not even worthy. That's the first thing that everybody fell on their face and said, I am not worthy, I am not worthy. But he said he called, just like he called Jeremiah. He rebuked Jeremiah. He said, say you ain't a child. He said, go forth. He said, I equipped you. I'm making you a man. Stand up, gird yourself. because the Most High is with you. Same thing with Joshua, same thing with Joseph, because they had a purpose. He said, when you have a purpose, he's going to be with you, and he's going to equip you, and he's going to go forth with you. Or you can be in that purpose of the curse, just like Pharaoh, just like Satan, just like Nebuchadnezzar. They can be a purpose of a curse, but they fulfill the purpose of the Most High. But it was on the cursed side. You don't want to be on that side, because he'll use you, but it won't be nothing nice, and you won't like it, because there's no turning back from that. Some did, and maybe Nebuchadnezzar did at the last minute, but as you see, Pharaoh, well, no turning back. You can't turn it back if you did. And that's what happened with Pharaoh, the army, and anybody else. Saul, all those, there was a cursed purpose for him. And if you're in the will of the most righteous one, standing with the Most High, then you will have the blessings and you will have the provision, because you are performing the mission and you're performing his purpose. That means you're answering your calling. Like Minister Fabian said, you'll have a calling on your life and you're fulfilling that. So fulfilling that is to seek him first. Seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High, and all of his righteousness, all these things will be added unto you. That means you're getting your knowledge in, and you're fulfilling yourself, and you're eating, and you're growing. And then he will give you a purpose, like giving you an assignment. The more you know, the more you grow. Then you go out there and set forth and do his purpose. The negative things, like I was saying, y'all will use you for his purpose, but it's going to be on the negative side, which is the sinful side. And Yahusha, and the Most High, they have no problem using Satan to do their bidding. He did it with Job. Satan thought he was going to have a field day with Job. He said, have you considered my servant Job? He said, yeah. So he tried him, but the purpose was fulfilled. Job came through, lessons was learned, and people got saved. And then at the end, the Most High blessed Job with tenfold, a new family, flocks, money, wealth, because he had fulfilled his purpose. That was the provision I was talking about when we fulfill the purpose of the Most High. And the Antichrist atheists, they believe that the evil...
Don't forget apologies.
Apologies?
The three.
Oh, the three. Yeah. Yeah, had to apologize because, they didn't believe a word, or they was in the most wrong.
They came at Job wrong.
Yeah, they came at him wrong.
Came out and said, you a sinner.
But the thing is, though, they had the purpose for all that too, so Job would come out and to realize that the Most High is greater than anything on the earth.
Yes.
So they fulfilled the purpose. That's why he sent them.
Very good job.
And Job was like, "Why?" He was like, "Most High, why you sending them to me? Like, if I ain't having bad enough, I got boils. My wife don't love me. She don't love me. My children, and you gonna send these three clowns right here?" He was like, "Oh, sorry." Let me get back to He said, but they had their purpose. Then he realized at the end, he said, I know the purpose, to realize to glorify your majesty and your magnitude of who you are. So he said, damn, and then he had to pray for him. So that was good for that purpose. The Antichrist and the atheists, they believe in evil things that, the world for the purpose of the world. What I'm saying is, so they will try to do things to disrupt the Most High's plans. That's like the abortionists or these serial killers. They think that they can, if they come in here and blow everybody up in here, that they messed up the Most High's plans. And that's what Satan thinks. But he doesn't realize that it's still his perfect plan and his purpose. Everything happens for a reason. You can't catch the Most High off guard. He already knew it, and he already either ordained it or he allowed it. So you can't throw off his purpose with anything that you can do. You can alter. What you're doing is you're altering your own purpose, your own plan when you do stuff like that. That's why when I talk to people wanting to commit suicide like that and saying I don't matter, I say you do matter. With the Most High, he sees it and he and everything like that. But what you're doing is you're throwing everybody else off. You got to think about your family. You got to think about your friends and everybody's life that you're going to alter because you're doing a selfish act. But you're not going to alter the plan and the purpose of the Most High. You can never do that because he already knows the ending from the beginning. So that's why when people ask me that question, they're like, well, what about the 9/11 and the buildings and how can God allow that to happen and he's disrupting the whole world? He's going against his own character of being love and kindness like that. I'll say, no, he's not. I say it's all in his perfect will and his perfect plan because it's already set before the time even began. And y'all's purpose cannot be undone. That's one thing we have to realize. Whatever you do, Everything is going to be done to his perfect will. You cannot undo it. That's what I'm trying to tell the people of the world. You can go ahead and kill yourself, or even if you come in here and shoot me, it was all part of his plan. But like, I know that my purpose will be done because I'm seeing this message is going out. And in my death, like the martyr's death, it will be remembered. And it will go out and go out in truth, and it will go out for his purpose. I don't even know what it is, I don't even know what it cares, but I know that his purpose reigns supreme. Like I said, y'all says it, it's going to be settled. So whatever you do, whatever he said in this word, he said it, it's going to be settled. So it's going to happen, it's going to come to pass. So those who don't believe the end time prophecies, it's got a purpose for the beginning of the prophecies. Go to the end of the prophecy. It has a purpose. Everything is happening for a purpose. That's why I tell them, I said that had to happen for a purpose. To get to the end part, like I said, get to the good part. And to get to the end part, which is that's got to happen. All these things has got to come to pass. Even Yahushua said that. All these things, then not one titter of the word, not one period. Anything is going to change before this thing comes to truth. He said heaven and earth will pass away first before any of this word will go away. So and it's true. That's why I don't understand why the unbelievers still don't believe all the prophecies that just happened all to this point. It might not happen to the date and time that they think it was going to happen, but it happened. And that's the thing that's most scary, that it happened and it's keep on going. Right. So his purposes hasn't changed. That means his plan ain't changed. That means that the end of the world going to come, it's going to come because he's right on line with his purpose. And everything is right on target. The plans, the prophecies, and the perfect. It ain't stopped. It ain't stopped. Speaking of Job, let's go to Job right quick.
Can I say something real quick, Minister?
Go ahead.
Just like the time of purpose, just like, they wondering why a child only lived to about 9 years old. That child did everything what y'all had that child did for 9. She gonna talk to everybody that she gonna talk to, greeted, and everything that met her, that crossed her path was done. And for that reason, then now she gone. That y'all had her for that 1 minute. You know what I'm saying? That season to do. She's supposed to do what she's supposed to do. Interact with people and all that for that time. Just like us, when we go and talk to people, or interact with people, or see somebody, from back in the day, or meet somebody new, it's that special time to interact. And then after that, if whoever dies, we are set for that purpose.
Come on. That's true. For that set time, like the bishop said, it can be 5 seconds. 5 seconds. That's all. That's like the word said, it's a vapor for us. The Most High, He lives out of time, out of space, time, and dimensions, all that. But He gave us time for us, and that's the only reason why He gave us time for us. The days and the night, and the stars and the moon. That's for us, for our behalf, because we don't know the day or the hour. So He gave that for us. So that's 7 seconds. And what are you doing in 7 seconds? But it's all going to be accounted for at the end, and you're going to rewind those 7 seconds. In that moment of time, He said, you're going to be accounted for. Every moment, every second is going to be replayed and accounted for. And they're going to say, did you fulfill your purpose in that 7 seconds? That's how my